Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game list, spitting with insane wit, and I'm gonna be famous. Ain't nobody able to delay this. Coming up, I had a vision to make it. Never wanted to be nothing, always wanted to play shit. Sit in class, always wondering why I love this lame shit.
The pride of two of the biggest Mobile Legends Bang Bang nations here are on the line. RRQ Hoshi face up against Onic Philippines. Thank you, Mara. Here, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the caster desk with Mirko, Leo, and Baby LaFell. Oh my goodness, this is going to be most probably, maybe even the best match of the tournament.
Truth be told, my mind is blanking out because of all the hype and all the technicalities. There's so much I'm expecting from this. Looking at the stats, looking at their previous performances, both from their own respective MPLs and M3 so far, I'm just expecting this to go the distance and for them to really just spread their wings, show us exactly what they're all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, looking at everything that's going on behind the scenes, we can definitely see that RRQ as well as Onic Philippines, this is not their first rodeo. I'm pretty sure that they've fought against each other so many times that this is almost normal for them.
Absolutely, man. The tension, the pressure, they are used to it right here. But this is Onic PH going up against RRQ Hoshi in M3 here at Suntech, Singapore.
Play it slow. However, I feel like, especially going up against this Aldos, maybe they want to go maybe a little bit faster.
Well, the questions will be answered here in the game. Are you ready? It's going to be RRQ and Onic taking it to the land of Dawn as both of these side lanes are already going in for some crazy trades on the board. Selena, what happened in that early stage? Beloyski already at such low HP.
Yeah, looking at the mid lane just now, she tried to go a little bit aggressive, but Clay manages to damage her a little bit more, especially here, Vin on this Matilda, focusing every single hit from the first kill, managing to hit her. But I feel like in this early stages of the game, it's still fine, it's still controllable. It's how they transition after this.
Yeah, I like how you put it, Leo. Deceptively good. I agree completely, man. The Esmeralda, everyone says, yeah, scaling hero. But in that early stage, it's actually really, really good, especially when you're talking about the early mobility, where Yu Zhang, yes, has mobility, has that team fight potential, but only after that ult.
Yep, and so far the only thing that Onic can do is win the vision game, and of course try to find those pickoffs for Beloyski's in Los Lobos.
Oh, Aldous is gonna get taken down. That's your first blood by Razor, picked up by the Filipino team, Onic.
And that's what I was saying. RRQ Hoshi, they're playing on one plane of deception, while Onic PH might be doing the same thing. Shades of Na'Vi possibly playing Possum early on. What is this, 2 minutes?
Now this is what I'm talking about, because the Selena is actually very good in any lane, whether EXP or gold. You just have to pressure a little bit, and Zin went a little bit overzealous, had his first death over there. We just want to see what Onic Philippines wants to transition on, and looks like the turtle is going to be the objective.
Yeah, they really like to do these kind of things, but Vin is already in there. He's going to try to go and do some damage. More time when able to get back onto two members right now. So Albert, he gets kicked away. He's going to get taken down in R7. He's going to try to go for more Beloyski for the price of Albert. That is not a good trade, but they're trying to make it a better one. Glarski now caught in the 1v3, instantly taken down, and that's going to be RRQ going and equalizing the board 2-2.
So far, 1 kill up, but then Kairi still got the turtle. I guess the only real place where there's no true neutrality is bottom lane, because look at this. Marky's just bullying Sin.
Oh, yeah, you can see the majority of that gold lead is going to come down from Marky. 300 gold lead, and that turret gold has been taken away.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at from the side of RRQ Hoshi, where Albert, again, not afraid to go in front to get that kind of play, but I want to see his team following up with him as well. Early in that turtle fight, I feel like they could have played it a little bit better, perhaps a better kind of engagement, but probably just a little bit too aggressive trying to secure that turtle.
Oh, but R7 now caught in a bad situation, still able to run away, deal some damage back to Beloyski. It is going to be both of these members taking a half HP. Onic still with that lead. And now we are going to take a look. Vin going very aggressively onto Kairi, holding off to the Circling Eagle. Sir Clay is here for the airstrike to pop it off, just to zone Kairi away, as he will need to go back into his jungle. Still, both of the teams on equal grounds. Let's take a look at the items so far.
Sir Clay didn't find anything there. Again, you see the mechanical genius of Kairi Kyrie. Up top, it's Albert trying to get this gold crab, and Kyrie giving him a visit. I think there is one loss here for Baloyski. Just don't do XP lane anymore. It's clearly a loss. I think it's a much less financial, beneficial thing here, at least for finances and for XP. So yeah, maybe try to give Marky a visit. That might be a good try.
Yeah, speaking of Marky, right now he already completed his Calamity Reaper. Looks like he is on the way on finishing. Oh, over there, Clay getting attacked. But again, for the side of Marky, he's on the way completing his Feather of Heaven. And I feel like right now RRQ Hoshi is giving a little bit too much space for the side of Harif, because again, he has that Purify. He's going to be nasty in team fights.
Yeah, and now we can see already Onic preparing this turtle. Really, really good setup from them. Able to get Farsa really low. Vin trying to open up the map. Will be able to dodge away from the Abyssal Arrow as Onic goes and starts it up. R7 though being such a nuisance already here. Guiding Wind to save him away from that engage, but he is extremely low. This not a really looking good for the side of Onic, but Abyssal Arrow once again is going to be dodged away. RRQ, they might look for the collapse. Onic might look for the collapse. It's just going to be the matter of who gets it. Final execution to go in and get the turtle. Now an all fight breaks loose. Vin goes in for the circling eagle onto Hatred with, oh my god, it's going to be taken down as that's going to be Albert using the Lycan Pounce, unable to connect onto anything. R7 going in for the Falling Star Moon as well, as both teams will just choose to disengage. Onic with the lead.
Baloyski's playing geometry, man, and Circle is not picking up. Honestly, he's drawing lines and points with this arrow and this trap. They're going to jump on R7. He's going to be fine. This is a great read from RRQ Hoshi. They understood that we have to change the dynamic because bot lane's going to get hammered here. Let's switch over to top lane, and that's exactly where Marky went. On to my point again. LaFell said it best. Wherever Baloyski goes, he just changes the pace of the game, and right now, Vin catches another one.
Baloyski has just been so on point.
Yeah, right now, actually, looking at the previous team fight from the side of Onic Philippines, this is the kind of gameplay that we are expecting from them. They're going to prioritize the objectives, but from the side of RRQ Hoshi, in my opinion, it's a little bit uncharacteristic where in terms of timing of engagement, it was not to my liking where Albert goes in first and then R7. I prefer more cohesive kind of engagement and then going together and then selecting the targets. Right now, Vin is at front.
Yeah, look at that. Hatred trying to go for the way the Dragon Jeet Kundo combo. Unfortunately, only landing onto Vin, but the Abyssal Arrow again, just so on point for Baloyski. This is the name of the game right now. Baloyski on the Selena as the top side will be ganked. R7 will be able to get out of that one. Very, very fast rotations. That was insane. He knew the limits. He knew Onic Philippines didn't have the engage potential to lock him down, so he stayed a little bit longer. And now RRQ pushing the pace in the mid lane. Abyssal Arrow unable to connect. Vin trying to zone Baloyski out. And now again, it is just a 1,000 gold lead, but so far it's still down right in the middle. Abyssal Arrow opening up the map once more.
It's a 1,000 gold lead off of a significant objective. It's a turret. It's a turret that Aldous on Zin has to really think about. And again, that's what's opening up these rotations for Marky. So they're able to put more of a dent elsewhere. And again, 2 turrets going over to Onic PH. That's not nothing.
Oh, look at that. It's going to be the way the Dragon connecting onto Albert. He's actually going to be able to turn this around, and now it's going to be Hatred running for the hills. Flicker being used, and the Feathered Airstrike comes in, almost taking him down, but this is very good setup for the Turtle. Vin, he doesn't want the Turtle. He wants a kill. Unfortunately, unable to get that. The turret will be taken down in the top side, and the Turtle will be started by Onic PH. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be the chase coming in. R7 going for Falling Star, able to connect onto Kyrie, but it's going to be him taking the Retribution on the Turtle. Zin goes onto Kyrie, still able to dodge with that Thorn Rose, and that is Onic picking up the objectives and instantly backing off. But Larsky, maybe they're not done here. Maybe he wants some blood, but no, just backing away.
No, he's blunted. Again, this is just mad discipline coming from Onic PH. They take what they need, then they get out. How? 7 Force!
Oh, Falling Star Mundo. Demon Force maybe a little bit too aggressive there. Marky's still able to dash around, completely outplaying RRQ. A 1-for-1 right now, but Onic still stays at a 2,000 gold lead.
Yeah, but the thing is, this 2,000 goal lead is still playable because from the side of RRQ Hoshi, they can still win this one just because the draft, they have a lot of scaling on this Aldos, on this Farsa, as well as Mirko, you yourself have said that this Roger, even though it is very strong in the early stages of the game, but can be very strong as well in later stages of the game just because of how tanky he can get. But from the side of Onic Philippines, this is an interaction that we haven't seen for a long time, which is the Harif as well as the Esmeralda, where it is a matchup where if the Esmeralda plays it well, she can win. But if the Harif can kite around, then he can win. And as of right now, look at this, an engagement coming in from RRQ.
The base by Baloyski, able to bring Vin back to the turret right now, so for that airstrike will be popped. Kyrie coming for the puncture and securing the triple kill. Kyrie finally come to play.
4 for none off of the back of a circling eagle bait. RRQ Hoshi unable to find anything else on the map because even Xin has to retreat. He was way too deep, could have pushed that tier 1 down bottom, and now Onic are going to convert out of their minds. Going to go for the early choke and then start to get equilibrium and even maybe push part the line through all of these lanes. Amazing play.
Yeah, right now we got to go back to the keys to victory. But before that, let's look at the replay again. From the side of RRQ Hoshi over here, we can see that Finn engages, but he went in alone. His team is not confident in that. Look at Albert. Albert trying to run away. Clay still trying to fight. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of their communication. It looks like they're a little bit all over the place. It's like, what do you want to do? I want to do something else. So from the side of RRQ Hoshi, they have to give a little bit more respect on the side of Onic Philippines, and they have to start taking this a little bit seriously and start to slow their roll and actually go in as a team.
Yeah, at this point right now, it is going to be Onic with a 4,000 gold lead and exactly what they like to do right now. Splitting up the map, playing it one by one, shoving the lanes and looking for picks on the board. And honestly, man, we've seen Baloyski just play Rafaela. This Selena is insane.
Yep, it's a more aggressive take on what he's been doing so far. And halfway through the draft, I was expecting that Baloyski would try to go for these death bush plays, but look, they're going!
Oh my god, Marky's able to go into the backside. Albert is going to get taken down! There's nothing they can do! RRQ trying to run away, but Kyrie comes in with the Phantom Execution. Furious tries to come in as well. Xin goes back in for the re-engage onto Dlarski. He's able to pick him up right now as Clay picks up the double, but Kyrie keeps on going. Xin, he can't go for more. He'll be able to pick up one more on the board with 1v1 against Kyrie. Has the stacks, has the damage, but will he be able to outplay Kyrie? Xin is not going to be able to. Onic picks up a wipe out in the 10th minute of the game.
A fine Knight versus the One Punch Man. Boy, this is MLBB, not anime, not manga. And look at that. Marky has just pushed all the way straight into the inhibitor in mid. They've opened up all the lanes. Only one tier 2 standing down bottom. And from 4K now to about 6, Onic PH is ahead.
And we got to look back at the keys to victory for the side of RRQ Hoshi. They need to establish lane dominance, and unfortunately, they couldn't do that against Marky. As I said earlier in the game, the point where Marky had the Calamity Reaper, he actually finished it a little bit earlier than he really should have, and because of that, they start to win off of this Harif pick alone. Because right now, in terms of itemization, he already has that Feather of Heaven, Holy Crystal, as well as Concentrated Energy. Whenever he gets a kill, he's going to get a lot of healing from that, and it can just help him sustain throughout the fight. And the way that Kyrie is playing, he doesn't go head on strong. Yes, he does, but he kites around, he waits for all the cooldowns, and then he is patiently, he can re-engage.
And it's exactly that interaction, that line of decision-making by Marky to build this way that's making him win this fight between him and R7. This is an argument that we've been having for the better part of the past 2 years. Esmeralda versus Harriet, Harriet versus Esmeralda, and clearly right now, Marky's eating good. Look at this catch.
Oh, way the dragon onto Xin. He can't go anywhere right now. He's going to be Thorn Rose to pick up the unstoppable for Kyrie. And honestly, that is an accurate depiction right now as Dlarski just zones away 4 members. He is literally unstoppable. This is RRQ getting dominated here at game number 1. Kyrie already trying to get the Lord. Trying this is an understatement. It's going to be an easy secure for this team.
There is no try, only do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is why we can see that in terms of audience prediction, they're not too sure whether it is going to be RRQ or Onic Philippines, because again, look at both of these teams. They look very, very strong. RRQ Hoshi right now, they're in the back line. And I do want to see how are they going to handle this kind of situation, because again, remembering what happened to Toda, they can just slow down the game and then somehow they will find keys to victory, because this is the thing about Indonesian teams. They only need to win one team fight. Just one team fight is all they need, and then they will turn things around.
Absolutely, and now let's see what Onic has to do here. They have the Lord, Enhanced Lord coming into the mid lane. They are going to set up all the waves to go for that siege, a 3-wave push. This is at least an inhibitor turret taken down, you know? That is at the very least. Let's see if RRQ can defend. Enhanced Lord marching down the mid lane. It is going to be it taken down instantly right here with the Abyssal Arrow to zone away the members from taking the minion waves. Kyrie just dashing all over the place with the puncture, able to use that passive really, really well, as Onic will be able to take one inhibitor turret, and that is the most important one.
Right now, looking at Onic Philippines, they are looking at a good condition to end the game. However, they have to be very, very careful over here because cards like that.
Oh, Albert gets caught, and now it's going to be the all-off follow-up. Albert gets completely taken down, and Bin will follow through. Zin is going to be able to crack that bottom side, that back line with the kill, but look at the combo. Wombo is coming in. It's going to be Kyrie just outplaying the entire team and looking for the kill. A maniac for Kyrie. No, it's only a triple kill, but Onic Philippines starts off with a statement.
Kyrie can share. Kyrie can share. He put the gold all over, but it doesn't even matter. What a start for Onic Philippines. This is a best of 5, and I think we're just getting started. We're literally just getting started.
Yeah.
Honestly, that wasn't a statement. That was a declaration of war.
Yeah, this is a situation where I did not thought that we would be in. I thought the first game, we're going to go guns blazing, and I thought that the guns would come blazing from our side of RRQ. On the Philippines, they're going to play a little bit more methodical, but it looks like in this game, they want to show up. It's like, we're not that scared to go on a team fight kind of situation. So right now, RRQ, they have a lot to respect right now because Marky is looking strong, Loiski's looking strong, and Zin, sorry to say, but he has to step up.
Yeah. At this point, what do we need to take a look at? RRQ, I feel like they played that early game pretty well, but in that turtle state, the third turtle is when they overcommitted onto that team fight.
RRQ's lineup, I'm sure our analysts will get into it. It's just so honest. It's so clear what they wanted to do, but for Onic PH, up until that last pick, y'all had no idea who's going into which lane. So I think that also played a huge role in this victory.
Absolutely. Let's see again. That was honestly dominant. That was dominant. That was a one-sided game. And now it is going to be a very, very hard road for RRQ, but it is a best of 5. So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of the teams actually used the best of 5 in the first game to read their opponents, and now it is time to go to the analyst segment. Let's see what Wolf and Gideon have to say. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to see the hype from the chat. Hashtag it's Onic time or hashtag Viva RRQ. Let's support the teams as they go to war in the second game in the Land of Dawn.
Game number 2. It's another story, but Hatred's still playing that show. Alongside Beloysi's Matilda, there's still a lot of potential here for mechanical outplays, but again, I will have to... Oh! Give me a second. RRQ Hoshi came to play. They brought a little bit more firepower this time around.
Yeah, a lot of firepower in the early stages. Zin and Marky go at in the gold lane. Marky going in very aggressively. Zin forced to recall right now with 1 HP. But one of the main conditions that you said was Zin needs to step up in this best of 5. And look at that mid lane. Hatred already getting bullied out of his lane by Clay.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the strategies coming in from Onic Philippines because, again, Marky has been getting that lane matchup win from side of the EXP lane. It seems very normal. It seems very, you know, we've seen this matchup for quite a while, but right now from side of Onic Philippines as well, RRQ Hoshi, I want to see the jungler matchup.
Yeah, let's see. Albert already now going in already aggressively onto that mid lane. Kyrie is already waiting as well as Albert just keeps on dashing with the puncture, going on to Hatred one more time. Thorn Rose onto Veloci right now as that's going to be Kyrie going on the pin. It's going to be first blood picked up by Kyrie as he jumps and takes all the blades. Almost getting Albert. He's still able to outplay. Hatred goes in and Kyrie styles on RRQ Hoshi once more.
That was so flash. Okay, a lot of jumping going around. Front to back, left to right, from the side of Onic Philippines. They did that with so much style. Right now, from the side of RRQ Hoshi, that is not what we're supposed to see. We're supposed to see the Lancelot taking out this Ling, but Ling right now, 1-0-1. When a scaling hero has the advantage, that's a big advantage. 1,000
gold lead for Onic Philippines right now. Leo, this is looking really good as Larsky, look at what he's doing. He's actually just baiting the turtle right there so that RRQ won't have the opportunity, won't even have the chance to look for it.
Yep, again, this is just what this Uranus does. On Delarski, it owns a quarter of the map. And look at what Hatred and Kyrie are setting up.
Oh, Hatred going to the backside is going to be able to get the way the dragon, but a very, very nice flicker by Clay. And now it's the re-engage from RRQ. Voloisky, though, does a lot of damage onto Clay. This is Clay with very low HP. He needs to be backing away right now, but Delarski is in the midst of it all. Let's see what happens here. RRQ backing away. All right, disengaging.
Again, just as long as Delarski owns that quarter, nothing is easy for RRQ. Nothing comes close to even achievable because of how far Delarski can cut. And look at this, Kyrie threatening the steal. Does he get it? He does!
Oh my god, Kyrie was able to take it with a retribution and instantly Finch poises away with the help of Hatred and Voloisky, who has rotated to that bottom side. Amazing retribution from Albert.
More than a week into M3, I can say that Kyrie has just evolved. Kyrie has just become a better jungler than he was day one, and I think there is one key factor here. He's just more used to the phones we're using right now. That's a legit fact. I've spoken to the young man, and he admitted that this is not the size of phone he was expecting coming into M3. And after days of competition, look at what he's doing. Look at how far he's performing. Just out of his mind. Even Albert must be surprised at this point.
Absolutely, man. Everyone expected Albert to be the one with the better mechanics, quote-unquote, right now. But let's see. It's an all-out fight coming in. Voloisky going for the circle. Eco is going to be the I'm connecting, and there's going to be Albert picking up the turtle right now as RRQ have flipped the switches right now. It's going to be Kyrie backing away. Following Simon connecting on Delarski right now as the burst will be able to connect onto Delarski and finishing him off. Not just yet, though. He's still able to run away, but R7 flickers forward to finish the blow, and that is an 800 gold lead left for Onic Philippines.
Honestly, right now, from the side of Onic as well as RRQ Hoshi, this is actually quite a big win for RRQ because for the side of Delarski, I have no idea how he's playing this Uranus because he's dancing a lot of everything, and right now RRQ getting those 2 kills is very instrumental. The gold lead is no longer 1,000, but RRQ, they still need to pick this up.
So far, the past 5 minutes have been exactly what I expected from minute 1 of game 1. There's so much happening. Mechanical outplays, the only other thing we're missing is an Albert Savage. But it might come here, given that they have a better groove. They have more mojo now. And now that the outer turret energy shields are down, expect that Delarski is going to rotate a little more aggressively.
Oh, look at the damage coming up from Clay, taking half of Kyrie's health bar, but RRQ has rotated to the bottom side. Marky now is going to be the target, but he's still able to run away. R7 now goes in for a 1v3, Wave the Dragon to kick him back to the team, and R7, he's trying to run away, but Kyrie is coming in for the kill. That's another pickoff for Onic PH.
Kyrie right now is looking so crazy, so strong. And to think, earlier we were the one carrying him.
Oh, look at that. Albert just keeps on going in. Phantom Execution and also the Thorn Rose to zone Delarski away. But in the end, they don't get anything on the board. Meanwhile, Clay almost styling and killing Voloisky. But Ling is in that top side, just munching on the turret right now. Bin trying to get a pick off onto Marky. Will be able to get the I'm offended. Now the rotations have made their way. Marky popping the black shoes and unfortunately still able to run away. But did you see the Phantom Execution prediction as a diversion comes through? Clay gets in it and rotates back to the mid lane.
There's nothing that will stop Albert from getting his num-nums. He saw Marky, he said, Marky num-num, I'm gonna take it underneath the turret, but we're still looking for good conversions because Onic PH, they're maintaining that 1k gold lead, despite it being 3-3 now, and despite them finding more, but look! Hatred still finds one and manages to get away with it!
Yeah, Hatred!
Unless Albert has something to say? No, he's okay.
No,
beautiful.
I feel like that was the correct move coming in from Hatred because looking at his game, Clay is definitely the person that you need to kill off first.
Oh, but wait a minute. Now it's going to be Kyrie going in for the Tempest of Play. Still able to go in onto the turtle right now as Albert has made his way back to this. He's going to be the turtle taken away by Kyrie. Albert goes in doing some damage, but unfortunately unable to target anyone. And he might be the target right now. He's going to get slain. And RRQ, they're looking sad, but Clay, he comes in, he sees Kyrie, and he saves the team one more time. R7's looking for the kill. He will be able to get it. Hatred goes in for the way the dragon as R7 tries to kite away from Hatred. He's still able to outplay R7 with the double kill as he flickers backwards, and Clay is there for the peel.
Right now, looking at the side from RRQ Hoshi again, Clay is putting in work 0, 1, and 3. But look at the damage. Look at the crowd control. Right now, Onic Philippines, I feel like they need to set up for this banana split. They need to avoid the team fights because right now, sure, it looks like they can still win it, but now it's 5-5. RRQ Hoshi, I feel like this is their game to win if everything goes the way that it has been right now.
There's only so many mechanical outplays and amazing Tempest of Blades you can do until it's too late, until it doesn't really matter, right? So I think you're right. I agree with you, LaFell. Stop fighting RRQ Hoshi where they want you to fight. Set up the banana split and then go from there, because these 4-5-man collapses between these two teams, that's not how Onic PH is rolling. That's RRQ Hoshi's style, and so far I think they picked up on it. This is them just dialing back, staying on their course, staying in their lane. Hatred just split pushing top lane.
Love that. I love that by them. They know that this show has scaled, not scaled, but has gotten that power spike, right? And with the high and dry that he brought, it's going to be really good for them to pick out objectives with the split push, and that's exactly what Onic are trying to do here. The banana split coming true time and time again for Onic PH. But wait a minute. Ooh, what just happened in the mid lane? It looks like Marky just got picked off, and Vin was the one who used that I'm offended to pick him off with the help of Albert's Phantom Execution.
Right now, it just becomes a situation where even the observer is like, you know what, when Clay is getting this pick, we can't show it off because it is very nasty, because the way that he controls the opponent is not cool. It's not cool, man. And right now, Hatred.
Yeah, Hatred goes in for the way the Dragon onto Sin, still able to get the G-Kundo, but I'm offended coming in for the peel is going to be able to get him down right now as Onic look for the re-engage onto the bottom side turret. They know they can't fight in that top side. Let's go for the banana split. As usual, Kyrie already making his way onto that Tier 2, but R7 has charged at the falling time and will be able to connect onto the minions. Kyrie still has the pinch points to get out.
Yep, again, that's the reason why pick-off after pick-off, RRQ Hoshi were getting 1 kill back-to-back. Onic PH, they plucked out the pace. They essentially are setting up the banana split, and it's not much fun to watch. I just have to be honest, I have to be frank. It's not much fun to watch until that last moment where the opponents recognize, oh, it's too late. They've done it. And so far, RRQ Hoshi are good at catching!
Oh my god, beautiful. I'm offended by RRQ. Is able to secure a kill onto Delarski, but look, Hatred with the BOD. That's another power spike for this Cho.
Yeah, and again, Clay. Clay is the only guy that I really want to talk about right now because everyone's mechanics is amazing. But this dude, he has a problem is that he has been trying to keep for the longest time, and he has shown up today because I feel like he's putting the rest of his team on his back and Vin going in!
Oh my god, they don't even give him the chance to use the black shoes. But Kyrie, he is hungry. He's trying to go for more. Level 13 to Albert's 12. It is going to be RRQ picking that first mid turret and taking the gold lead for themselves.
At some point, I would say, why did Marky not use the flicker? Why did he not use the black shoes? I can't blame him. Even Beloski here in this moment, there you go. He's going to try to get away with it, but Sin's not going to let him.
Beautiful from Sin there, is able to knock him down, and that was amazing. I said it, man. During the Toad game, he made so many mistakes, but that is the killer instinct in him.
Yeah, but that is the thing. It's not that he didn't want to do it, but again, look at the control. You have a Ruby, you have this Lu Yi, and right now we're going to look at the replay and what happened just now. And look, he is stunned, and now immobilized, and then stunned again, brought back again. This is the problem. Like, they're not the usual, like, oh, pick-off kind of hero, single target kind of hero, but they have a lot of crowd control. These are the Komodo Dragons.
Oh my god, Kyrie is going to be caught out. Now Tempest Blaze has been used. Kyrie going back and forth again and again. Still able to run away right now as Marky makes the kill. Is the way the Dragon connecting onto Clay, but the flicker once again to save him out of that. Albert goes in, and that's going to be Delarski caught off. He's still able to flicker away. Beloski jumps onto Zin. Not enough damage just right now as RRQ look to re-engage, to go back, because one player has been knocked out. It is Vin on that Ruby, as now it is the items for you to dissect.
There's a lot that Onic PH had to put in to take out Vin. I would not be surprised if actually Vin survived. Given his setup here, Dominance Ice, Athena's Shield, has the tenacity as well. And RRQ Hoshi, now that the Ruby's back on the board, not gonna let this free Lord go. I still think that RRQ Hoshi has this in the bag. I think this is still in their grasp, but Onic PH, they still have some surprises left.
Oh, Kyrie, very, very risky move there, showing himself onto Vin, but yes, Vin already coming in with a conceal. Beloski is still going to be the target. R7 pops in the point, Starwood able to connect, but no commitment just now. It is going to be RRQ just backing away and resetting for the Lord. They don't really want to go for any overcommitments. If they don't get the initial burst, initial dive, let's just stop.
Right now, let's look at the draft from Onic Philippines. They have the Cho, they have the Ling. Both of these heroes can confidently go to the side lanes and then come back to initiate any kind of fight. Right now, we're looking at the Larsky on this Uranus. He himself is trying to push, but from the side of RRQ Hoshi, even if they split up, it's fine because all they need is Clay and one other damage dealer, and they're good. It can be Zin, it can be Albert. Honestly, it can be anyone. Even he himself is strong enough to deal damage because looking at the items from Onic Philippines, they have not built any kind of magic resist. The only magic resist is on the Larsky, and that's the Oracle. So as of right now, Clay is doing the highest damage that he possibly can.
Oh, that is insane. Honestly, Clay, 3-1-5, the most consistent member on this team so far with Zin, all right? Both of these players have just been playing out of their minds, but 8 KP, the highest KP is Vin, 90% right now, 13 minutes in as Onic, they keep on pressuring these neutral objectives, not just the neutral objectives, just the objectives on the go. You see the top side being pushed, the bottom side as well, and this is just really good. Vin misses on that I'm offended, and it won't be a fight.
Exactly right. Onic PH, they know that they can't pick fights just yet, so they're going to try to threaten these small objectives and just the map in general, which is impressive because again, Onic PH, when it comes down to firepower, they haven't built said magic defense items, so Clay, they have to respect Clay. If it's not Clay, then maybe even R7 will hurt. So that's why R7's sitting at a very lovely 3-1-1, and he's been pushing back 2 people. He doesn't mind. He's pushing back 2 people from Onic PH like it's nothing. But just the same, there's so many things RRQ Hoshi can do. I'm looking for a good diversion play. That's the only other thing that Clay can do that'll make me go, wow, even louder. If he can find a solid diversion, because that would just ruin Onic right now.
Absolutely. 400 gold lead. That was, you know, so far right now, it's just been the story of the turning tables, but Vin gets the I'm offended. The burst comes in. Beloyski should be able to get out of that one. Yes, will be, but he lost a lot of health, and that may mean that Beloyski needs to recall here. He needs to reset. Yeah, there you go. So, wait a minute, Kyrie, that was very aggressive. But yeah, with him recalled, RRQ will have a very good setup here for the Lord, and they might just take it.
And right now, this game is slowing down because both of these teams, the thing that we're watching here, folks, is a battle of macro, not micro. It's not about the mechanics of each player right now. It's the decision-making in understanding where they need to be and when they need to be there. Right now from the side of Onic Philippines, they have controlled the side lanes very, very well. The Cho staying up top, Uranus going down in the bottom side, and RRQ Hoshi, they're basically controlling the riverside.
Oh,
right
yep, they're going to go for Dolarski right now. Conceal has been popped. Dolarski's going to get caught out right there, still able to run away with the flicker. Beautiful by Onic, but that was a good try by RRQ as well.
Literally, Dolarski just crossed paths with a 4-man kill squad from RRQ Hoshi. There were some resources spent on either side, right? A flicker on Dolarski, the conceal from Vin, but just the same, we're back to equilibrium. Both lanes, or all lanes, are equally almost blue and red at the same time, with people from both teams setting up. And here's what I was looking for. Where do they go? Where do they go?
Oh, this is the setup right here. Dolarski, they don't know. They don't know. Everyone, shut up. Shh. This is gonna happen. Okay, for now, it's going to be Onic still on the move. They are on the Lord. We don't know right now if the Prey knows about RRQ, but they are going slowly into the jungle, moving inside. And there, it's going to be Kyrie spawning them up. And this is a flank by RRQ, but it will not be for anything. That was a good try, but again,
yeah, that
Onic,
was quite the national.
Really, yeah, we were getting.
Yeah. It's a good rehearsal of what might actually happen. We saw the intention, execution, not just yet.
What? Kyrie jumping in on Clay. Clay still able to run away, but it's going to be the Tempest of Blades to seal his fate, as that is going to be the shutdown coming in. He still wants some more, though. He jumps onto Vin, and he Finch poises back, but that is the Mage, the main man in these team fights that's making it so hard for Onic to get in out of this already. Let's see if R7 can defend, if Vin can still get in there with a quarter of health. Onic, they're munching on this Lord health right now. Zin is going to be able to deal some damage onto Dolarski, but same goes for Marky right there. It is a free Lord for Onic Philippines with the beautiful macro out of nowhere. Crazy engage.
Masterfully manipulated the schemes from Onic PH. It took them, what, a couple of minutes, maybe 3, to actually set it up, but they actually pushed in a wave down bottom, enough to distract RRQ Hoshi to making that diversion play, and now they're just blasting off on each other in mid.
Yeah, R7 goes in for that Falling Star Moon, only connecting onto Beloyski, and that is Kyrie jumping to the mid lane turret. not even respecting the damage or the CC anymore because they have used it. This is insane. Onic are playing out of their minds.
Right now, honestly, from the side of both teams, forgive me for saying this, but it's the prey outsmarting the predator because just now, RRQ Hoshi, they were setting the trap, but Onic is like, oh, we know what you're trying to do. We hear the nature documentary, and right now, Onic Philippines, they're taking control of the map yet again.
Oh, Marky pops the black shoes, is able to reposition himself right there. He knows the chain CC that comes through from RRQ. It looks like they are just going to defend at this point, man. That is the Lord for Onic PH, and that is Delarsky just pushing in the waves. Yeah, at this point, this is really, really hard for RRQ to go for anything on the board. It's going to be Vin trying his best to go and look for the I'm Offended, but it's actually going to not connect right there. R7 is able to go to the back. Falling Sound with a lot of damage has been placed right there by Clay to nullify all that. Engage. Marky, he's in for it, but he's still able to run away. Not for long, though, as the Flame Retribution will be able to catch him there. But 3 inhibitor turrets have been taken down from the on. Oh, wait a minute. Diversion. 1-2-5. What the heck? Time for the Blaze has been used. Kyrie's leaving out for now. Going even a bit poison. Running away. It's Onic time, baby. They keep on outplaying RRQ.
I don't know what's more impressive. The fact that there was the instinctual play from Clay to say, let's catch him, they're right here. Or how Kyrie just knocked up all 4 members and said, I'm out. Honestly, back-to-back-to-back outplays by Onic. Where in RRQ Hoshi, you could have sworn they were set up for success. But just like that, Onic still says, nah.
Beautiful. Again, RRQ, they're trying desperately to look for a fight right now. I'm trying to connect down with Delarsky, and he's going to be bursted down right there. And yeah, damage will be enough. But Loinsky needs to be careful because remember, RRQ only need 1 fight to turn the tables. This is only a 3,000 gold lead. Very easy to come back from. R7 goes in once again. Hatred brings him back to the base with the way the dragon is. Loinsky comes in as well. But he cannot fight. Look at the movement from Albert. He gets a pick onto Marky right now as Kyrie tries to do the same, but onto the minion waves. He has the pinch voice to get himself out, and that is going to be RRQ now on the offensive.
Yeah, again, from the side of Onic Philippines, they're dancing around everywhere. Right now, RRQ Hoshi, it looks like they're having a difficult time trying to keep up. But again, the idea that Onic Philippines has is that they know what RRQ is doing before they do it themselves, because every single time they engage, oh, but speaking of that, Blood is getting engaged on.
Oh my god, the chain CC just keeps on coming and he's gonna get picked off right on the board. RRQ, they love going for these crazy picks. You can see how they control the bushes with Kyrie. He is in that top side. He might be looking for something as R7 goes in for point someone under the turret, zones Kyrie away. RRQ, they're making the siege right now, and it's actually the turn tables coming in here. Kyrie jumps in onto 2 members, still able to get CC'd right now as RRQ keeps marching down. They might just look for the end here. This is very, very weird, but it might happen. Again, they are 4 members strong, only 1 member dead. Right? Oh! Sid gets caught out! Oh, look at the combo wombo! Top of the blaze right now by Kyrie, dashing all over the place, still able to run away for it now, but it's gonna be Albert jumping into the backside. It is Delarsky trying to do the same. It's gonna be Clay trying to pick up the kills, but Albert comes in last second to zone them away. Diversion to get them out, and that is a 1-for-0 for Onic PH.
The only 2 deaths on by Loinsky were in where RRQ Hoshi set up a death bush. A few of the other kills on Delarsky were the same when he was buying time. What am I trying to say here? RRQ Hoshi, yes, they find great conversions, but only because Onic PH overcalculated how much they can give. So far, Onic PH have been so on point when it comes to trades and turning them into potential conversions on the map, hence why RRQ Hoshi has no more turrets. But so far, I think, let it happen one more time. Onic, let it happen one more time and RRQ Hoshi is going to punish so hard.
Oh, Delarsky, he's zoning away the 3 members in the bottom side, and Onic Philippines will pick up the Enhanced Lord once more. This is going to be the 2nd Lord of the game, 21 minutes in, and still only a 1,000 gold lead, but the objective speaks volumes.
Yeah, but right now from the side of RRQ Hoshi, again, we saw how they can get 1 or 2 kills, and it's not just turned the game on its head. Onic Philippines right now, they do have the advantage, RRQ Hoshi. What can they do to really come back from this game? The only thing that I can see is a good timing from Clay, managing to get all the members from Onic Philippines, but if they can play this well, if Delarsky again can get the majority of the skills out from the side of RRQ, and then Kyrie can just go in and go ham, then there's a lot that they can do. And right now, very interesting, Lord pushing to the side.
Oh, Hoshi gonna get picked up, and that's gonna be him taken down. Immortality has been popped right now. This is gonna be very good timing. Yes, that's gonna be the kill picked up, and that's gonna be Albert running away from Kyrie as he pops the temple to play. Still able to go ahead and win, but it's gonna be Albert picking up the kill onto him. It's gonna be him taking on the Winner's Run chip, but the main gonna be target right now. It's gonna be all out war. What is gonna be happening? It's gonna be Onic picking up the base. Just one more hit, and that's match points for Onic.
It seems like the mantra for Onic is just complete, I don't want to say it, but disappointment when it comes to expectations. You expect team fight after team fight after team fight, they don't give it. You expect that it's going to be a huge turnaround, but they instead give one pick off and then recover. I think it's this tempo disruption that's messing with RRQ.
Yeah, and the thing is, it feels like Onic Philippines is forcing RRQ for RRQ to play the game of Onic, because the mantra of it's Onic time, we can definitely see it. Onic is not falling to any of the traps that RRQ is setting. The moment that Onic is, okay, we got caught once, we got caught twice. Good luck catching us on the third time, because that's what I'm looking at. RRQ trying to get engaged a lot of times, but Onic just finds ways and ways to actually exit any of those traps.
Absolutely, you can see the devastation in the faces of the RRQ members. This is not where they would want to be. Match point for Onic Philippines. As RRQ, they will need to dig deep in this loss to be able to recover from that.
I'd hate for this match, this whole series, to make like a lot of the team fights in the two games so far, wherein you're expecting it to go the distance, you're expecting there to be a bloodbath, just a pure test of skill, attrition, just grit. But it's always just been so far calculated and so sudden.
Oh, but let's see where we are at. We are at the 2.8 million mark. So close to beating the M2 record. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only at day 5 of the playoffs, but look at how far we've come. 3.08 million is the M2 record, the record to beat right now. Let's see where we can take it. Everyone share with your friends, because this is not over. There is still one more game left. Perhaps if Onic wins, 2 more games or 3 more games. We'll see. Back again to the analysts. Tell us what you think of this game.
The last game between RRQ going up against Onic Philippines, and right now we are looking at, I want to see personally, Beloyski on his Natalia pick.
Yeah, and not just that, but Onic Philippines, they've actually drafted 4 magical damage heroes here, so it is going to be very easy for your Reynas to itemize, especially early on with the Oracle perhaps just picked up instantly.
Yep. But that is a difficult lineup matchup, given that it is an Esmeralda. So the shields are going to be eaten up quickly. Oh, look at this. Beloyski not letting Sin play.
Same as game number 1,
yes.
Except instead of Selena, now is the Natalia having an Assassin Roamer, just making sure that Zin doesn't have a good time farming. And if Zin doesn't have a good time farming, he is more prone to mistakes.
Very prone to mistakes. You know, mistakes, they don't even need Jin to make a mistake. All they need to do is zone him completely, and he won't even be a part of the game. He won't even come to the team fights, because if he's that behind, there's nothing they can do. Again, Beloyski already making his way to the top side. Vin will be able to catch him in his tracks. But again, the damage has been done. The Scoopro will not be able to roam anywhere except for that top side to give Sin some room to play.
I have an interesting thesis statement, and I'm not sure if it's going to pan out well in the duration of this match. I think picking up the Kufra here for Vin later on in the draft is a clear, I don't know, preemptive counter to the Natalia. In the late game, when things get a little hairy, it's a good way to block the softies on the side of RRQ Hoshi. It's not there yet, but having picked it up before the Natalia showed up is a great way to kind of stop that even before it showed up. Because again, RRQ Hoshi, coach actually knows that Beloyski has this. So maybe, just maybe, that was there to make it a hard stop.
Absolutely, but look at this. RRQ has actually rotated. R7 is going to be caught in a bad situation. Beloyski coming in, point someone able to connect, but it is going to be instantly from R7 the dash to get away. Lancelot already hitting onto this turtle. The setup is there for the side of RRQ. Let's see if they commit onto it. Clay is going to be bursted down. Kyrie goes in for the entropy, is able to get some damage onto him, but it's going to be Clay going back in onto Beloyski. Bit now rotating and joining in. Beloyski has nowhere to go, and Albert picks up first blood. That is 1-0 to the Indonesian runners-up.
Yeah, right now, this is, well, again, Natalia, it doesn't mind. She's okay if she dies on early on because that's not a part of her deal. She's not going to farm. She's just going to really make sure that the side of RRQ Hoshi, everyone is accounted for. She knows where everyone is. The way that Natalia plays, the way that Selena plays, kind of the same, except that in terms of mechanics, the things that they want to do. But right now, Beloyski seeing out Albert over there. On the side of Onic Philippines have a slight goal lead over here. But right now, no aggression coming in from either of these teams.
Yeah, and actually Xin has been able to be relatively safe in that top side. Wasn't able to be bullied as hard as the Selena. So right now it's actually really good for RRQ as they have put onto the objectives, put their aggression onto the objectives. We'll be able to get it, but Marky and Kyrie already rotating to the top side using the entropy and the Zaman Force to bully. Well, it is going to be trade a whole turret in the 3rd minute for the turtle. Not just yet though, because Vin and Clay have made their way to the top side. The diversion doing work already.
They shredded that turret.
Yeah, that's the. Oh, wait a minute. Kyrie needs to be careful. Entropy is not available for him. He's going to be jumping in. That's going to be the Charge able to connect onto him. That is going to be Clay. Still alive, but the airstrike picks him off. Beloyski will be able to pick up that kill as Vin comes back into Hatred. And now it is just a 1-for-1 on that top side. The jungler for the mid laner.
4 minutes in, Beloyski is going to continue his duty, his sworn duty, to make sure that Sin doesn't play. But one thing I may say, RRQ Hoshi, so far, that investment in the Kufra by Vin is paying off.
Very much so, yeah. And this is the thing. RRQ, they've actually able to turn around the gold leads. And 98 to them, even though it's just a small little gold lead, they can snowball from this. Vin already going aggressively onto Beloyski. Clay looking for the play right now as Beloyski will be able to get some help from Hatred. And in that top side, it is still a very fair match. Sin still able to clear the waves without losing. But look at that, RRQ jumps in and that's the Marky called out. That is a diversion you want. That is a diversion you need. RRQ gets one off the board one more time.
Is that the kind of wow you're looking for there, Leo? But right now, and engage onto R7. R7 should be fine over here, but right now, RRQ Hoshi, they are, again, we were talking about his Xin is actually doing fine. His lane, not so, but him as a player, Aldos as a hero, is doing quite okay.
Oh, Clay is in the midst of it all. It's going to be the time for Bench coming in, and that's going to be Hatred jumping in, but look at the cancel! Clay survives with one, and Hatred will be able to get away, but Albert! He goes in for the killing spree under the Tier 2.
A game late, wherein I asked for these amazing plays from Clay's Loyi, but I'll take it now. And ladies and gentlemen, if y'all can't hear it, the RRQ boys are actually shouting. This is the RRQ that we know and love, and it took 3 games, but right now they're feeling it. Let's see that replay one more time. How did Clay set this up?
Yeah, right now looking back at this replay, Ed Engage coming in from the side of Onic, but again, Vin on his Kufra is making work, and this is why going up against the Louis is very, very dangerous, because we do have to remember every single time that she throws out a dispersion at first kill, she will get a shield every single time that it changes color when it connects to an enemy hero. So from the side of RRQ Hoshi, 5 kills to 1. They are looking much better than game number 1, and this just shows how much 5 minutes means to a world-class team, because even though you're losing 2 games, right now, let's look at this play. Marky.
Oh my god.
We jumped the gun. We jumped the gun,
man. That was really close though, with Large going for the re-engage all the way to 2 members. But he's going to be the one person down, as that's going to be the mega kill. Albert going for Marky. Zaman Force won't save you now, but maybe it will. Marky outplays Albert. And Beloyski, he's going to go to the backside, but Sin is going to be able to pick up a kill right now. Victor's on, but Kyrie, he's right there. Sin has nowhere to go, and he's going to be picked up, and not for now. Right now, it is going to be Kyrie picking it up. 2 for 2 on the board. Beloyski jumping onto Clay, but it's going to be Vin coming in to save the day. Clay, will he be able to connect? Nope. Last second, 2 for 2.
Right now in this game, RRQ Hoshi, they're looking so much more hotter. From the side of Onic Philippines, they are playing from behind. However, in terms of scaling, they still have scaling. They have the Nathan as well as the Harry. But like you said, they're all magic damage. So from the side of RRQ Hoshi, they can itemize this very, very well. And I'm looking at R7. I feel like he can be a nuisance after getting 2 items. After he has his Oracle, after he has his Radiant Armor, I feel like it should be no problem for him to scout out for everyone from the side of Onic Philippines. And this first pick, Uranus, is working out just because, like we said, RRQ Hoshi, they need to win the side lanes. As long as the side lanes are won, Onic Philippines, you can't play the banana split, just be an apple.
And it's at the point wherein it's less denying Onic Philippines, it's just getting that blunt object that R7 needs to force through the timing, to be able to make sure that, again, the banana split doesn't happen. And so far, 2 games in a row, Onic PH have shocked the system. Onic PH have surprised all of us. And right now, they're bearing down on a Xin.
4-man collapse onto Xin. He has nowhere to go, but that is 4 ultimates popped in for Onic PH. RRQ will be able to look for objectives all the way on the other side of the map, taking the turtle and also getting a lot of pressure done onto the top side, but now play goes onto Dolarski with the help of Vin. Albert going in for the Phantom Execution, almost finding Beloyski, but he's still able to just rotate and juke him away, as Albert will just choose to go for the orange buff. Beloyski will roam free.
Right now, Onic Philippines, a little bit low in terms of goal. I'm looking at Kyrie on this Nathan. When can he actually make the plays? And it's actually very difficult because, again, he's fighting against Albert on this Lancelot, who's going to help him peel away when this this Aldous is going to go crazy in the backlines. And I'm not too sure. Leo, do you have thoughts on this?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, and that is a legitimate question to ask because Onic PH, it looks like they're all offense, no defense. They need to play from ahead here, and they need to catch RRQ Hoshi off guard. But so far, in this 9-minute game, 8 minutes, 40 seconds, it seems to be the other way around. Clay gets blasted just like that.
Beautiful play by Beloyski right there, but he's going to get picked off instantly just by 1 Thorn Rose, but it is worth it for Onic. That is a roamer for the price of their mid laner. Onic Philippines now still on the board, 8-5 with 2 turrets onto their name.
There's the question again. At some point, how can Beloyski keep continuing doing this? At some point, like the players on the side of RRQ Hoshi, if say this does go the distance, maybe past 16, 17 minutes, then Natalia will just be literally walking ward. It's just vision. You can use silence, yes, but who are you there to burst? Clay? Vin's gonna be on you, and then everyone else will be able to just weave through your softies like Kyrie and Marky. So yeah, maybe Dolarski. That is one solid answer. Maybe Dolarski, but he should be dealing with R7. So again, that's checkmate almost. RRQ Hoshi just gonna try to outplay. Look at this.
Oh, look at that. Vin goes in for the Times Revenge. He's gonna be joining in the team fight right now, but no collapse just as of now. No commitment from RRQ. They saw hatred, but very, very well timed recall there will be able to ensure his safety. RRQ now looking for the turret in the mid lane. Unfortunately, will not commit to it. Vindo will be able to spot Beloyski in that bush. He finally notices the patterns in which how Beloyski plays, and it might be detrimental to this game.
Yeah, I think Philippines, they are playing a very risky draft because they have a very tight window of executing their win condition. But right now, again, Onic Philippines, they are good. Right now, I'm looking at them. If they can pull off a Na'Vi, looking like they're about to lose, making RRQ Hoshi go into their own base, win a couple of team fights, and then capitalize on that by pushing all the way through, try to get a lot in terms of the...
Onic.
Okay, Onic, there we go.
Oh, but look at Xin. He's actually really playing this well. He's buying so much time right now, and he's going to be able to jump back onto Kyrie, looking for some kills on the board, but he's going to be bursted instantly right here with a diversion pop. It is going to be the Loyi trying to claim something here, maybe even try to stop the trades from happening, but RRQ, they're going to simply just take the trade. You put all your resources to the bottom side, we're going to go for the Lord, and that is the Lord taken. Now, items up and ready.
Looking at the itemization right now, Marky is looking pretty strong. I feel like he should really focus on getting the concentrated energy, but right now, Dolarski going forward, not getting anything. Hatred on this. Farsa, only 1 death so far.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, Albert almost gets shotted by the side of Onic Philippines, but Vin is going to go for the re-engage onto Dolarski. R7 gets bursted down, but that is what he wants. Just wasting the abilities, the resources from Onic Philippines onto him as he gets some pressure on that top side. RRQ needs to rebuild right now. The Lord was slain so fast. Beautiful.
This is shades of game 2, wherein clearly RRQ Hoshi were in control and Onic PH found an out. But this is way worse now. This is serious business. RRQ Hoshi presenting such a threat. They've been finding Onic PH more and more now with those diversions from Clay. So they're using their learnings from game number 2, going into game number 3. And so far, the weird first phase of their draft is paying off because it seems to be the right amount of just sustain and peel for Onic PH to think, can we commit this kind of gameplay? Can we keep trading this way? Because eventually, Sin's gonna catch up. This is what they were lacking from their lineup in game number 2.
Oh man, this is just the battle of macro at this point. But Onic Philippines, with this draft, they have very good high ground. Natan, Harith, and that Farsa with the help of the front line of Esmeralda. It is a huge threat at this point. 4.5 thousand gold lead for RRQ, but does it mean a lot?
Right now, I'm looking at Onic Philippines, and the reason why I'm a little bit worried is they do not have this comeback mechanic on their side. At least it's not easily acceptable. Right now, Beloyski, he's going to get targeted out. He's going to go down, and this is the problem. No one can deal with the damage coming out from RRQ Hoshi.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. It is going to be the Thorn Rose used up by Albert, taking Kyrie, forcing him to use the entropy as they keep on pushing in that top side. Meanwhile, Xin, he has been just rolling. Look, they've given him the orange buff and the purple buff. He's fully stacking it in right now, and the later the game goes, the harder this guy will hit.
Yeah, and the thing is, Albert's been taking Kyrie's buff, so, you know, he doesn't mind. It's like, Kyrie, can I have this? And, well, never mind, Kyrie, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's more for RRQ Hoshi, and can I just say how perfect the hero is for the situation right now for Xin? He's the kind of player that gets in your head, and the fact that he just pops the contract fate, and you're like, oh, where's he going, where's he going? And then he just comes in such a monster. He's gonna wreck you with one punch. Essentially, that's what he does, and I love that now he's found that again. See, this is what he's doing. He's looking. He's looking.
Yeah, he is looking, man. Just that, honestly, the pressure alone after popping that ultimate, you can see everyone on the map. You want to go for something, and Onic, they instantly just group up. They're like, oh, all right, you're ulting. We need to group up. We need to stop doing this. But again, very good defense.
If they group up, then it's going to be the low yi. So whether you're alone, whether you're grouping up, RRQ Hoshi has your number. And yeah, RRQ Hoshi looks like this could be checkmate.
Maybe, man, but honestly, the high ground is going to play a huge factor here for Onic Philippines. They have all these heroes that are just so good at wave clear. RRQ will always be needing, always relying on the Lord if they want to go for some siege.
Look at this. Beloyski gonna walk right into Vin again and R7. It's so hard to be Beloyski right now. He's sitting at 2-5-2. The only real thing he can hope for is to get an execute done good, and nothing here is good for him. Look, it's difficult.
Oh, he actually baited a lot of ultimates there. 3, actually 5 ultimates. All of them using the ultimate marquee, dashing with the Zaman Force, unable to get anything, as that is literally the best moment to waste something on. It is 2 seconds left until the Enhanced Lord comes in, and RRQ, they want to set up for it. But look at how they're positioning themselves. They're actually not positioning themselves for the Lord. They put their focus onto the purple buff first, not giving Onic a chance to come back to take any of their resources.
But the thing is, I don't think Natan really needs that purple buff as of right now, because what he really needs is just to survive and having enough space for him to hit his superposition, because I believe that he has the damage. Right now, Vin, is he going to engage on the Larski?
Yeah, he is. He's going to go in, and that's going to be a lot of damage placed onto him, but instant disengage from RRQ. Nowhere commitment. They know that Xin has that bottom side of the map controlled, so all they need to do is wait. They don't need to take any of the crazy risks that they have taken to get to this lead.
So far, Onic PH, they understand the dynamic between them and RRQ Hoshi. They know that they have their backs against the wall. They know that they cannot force out anything. And instead, they decide that they are going to go for the defense here, concede the Lord second time in this 15-minute bout, giving RRQ Hoshi about an 8K gold lead.
Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, unaware Beloyski gets picked off, and this might be huge. This might be the time for RRQ to keep on going into the enemy base. Maybe even look for some crazy engages with a diversion. Crazy pickoffs all across the board. What do you think?
That's all they do, and that's all they've been doing. They don't even need to, honestly. RRQ Hoshi, sometimes the random Onic PH member, like let's say Beloyski or Dalarski, will walk in and get picked off. They can do that. They can afford to do that. And then now Sin, I think Sin is ready. Sin has built up a solid arsenal. Few stacks given from their side of the map, and look at this, they're already going for the siege, 2 lanes.
Let's see whether the siege can pay off. It is already them using a lot of their abilities from the side of Onic Philippines. Let's see if they can make it work. R7 taking a whole lot of damage on the bottom side. Finn gonna be able to get the catch onto Glarski as he goes in for a re-engage. But look at play, he gets 2 members off the board. RRQ still able to defend right now, still able to go back away, but Marky, he does just so much damage on the Zaman Force, jumping back and forth, dealing some damage, but yes, RRQ choose to back away. They got the 2 hit inhibitors don't want to go for
Baloyski.
anything crazy.
Look at
But
Baloyski.
look at the fight.
Look at
What's
Baloyski.
happening right now?
Baloyski.
The fight happening all the way. Baloyski gets the pick off, but we didn't see it. And R7 gets taken down as well. Onic Philippines now on the push.
That was a Natalia play. You didn't see that, right?
No, not
That
at
was
all.
Natalia.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It was a sleight of hand. It was distraction play.
Yeah, right now, Onic Philippines looks like this is their win condition. They're doing the Na'Vi. They're making RRQ Hoshi come into their base. And we talked about it from the side of RRQ. They don't have a lot of range. So when they have to commit, they have to use their own bodies as tools to dish out the damage.
Oh, wait a minute. Vin goes in very aggressively. Only himself right now. As Kyrie goes in for the entropy, dealing a lot of damage onto him, but he's still so tanky. He can take a lot of damage, but not for long. The longer this goes, it is going to be much easier to get him down. Killing streak picks up, but Albert gets a pick off onto Baloyski on the other side. So at least they are trading something, and there is no neutral objective for Onic Philippines, but it is slowly but surely them coming back in this game.
This is what's so scary when these teams get any kind of advantage. Just one kill, just one turret, just one anything. They will transfer into something big. Right now, Onic Philippines, instead of staying in their own base, they can actually go out, they can roam, they can start looking into the jungle, and it is coming up from that Baloyski play. Baloyski right now already got the Blade of Despair. So if any from the side of RRQ Hoshi is alone, maybe except for the side of R7 or Zin, they can actually kill them.
That's not so bad, actually. Baloyski's eating okay in this game, despite being at 4, 7, and 2. So yeah, I may have to take my words back because there is something Baloyski can do. He can clean up what Onic PH puts down.
Yeah, oh, Galarski goes in very aggressively, and this might be the damage coming in. Vince is able to go back to the backside. Oh, no! Tyrant's Revenge is not going to be able to connect onto anyone. A major mistake on that side, and that is Onic Philippines still able to breathe. That could have been so good if he got Hatred and Galarski.
They're still going. To be fair, it was 2 misses, 2 cancels, if I may, because Hatred had to call off the Feathered Airstrike almost immediately as well, as soon as he saw Vin.
No, honestly, that was good news, bad news. Good news, Vin. I stopped the... Oh, okay, what's the bad news?
Nothing.
Yeah, like, we didn't see that. We didn't see that.
We didn't see that. We didn't see that at all.
That was a Natalia play. We didn't see that. It was a different part of the map.
Yeah, but honestly, those risky plays, that is what is going to get them the win. Because if they don't do that, you know, if they don't take the risks, right? The thing is, he tried to predict where the Farsa was going to go because Farsa had Flicker. He expected Farsa to flicker backwards, and then he flickered as well. But again, it's going to be Baloyski targeted right now. Zin goes in, and that's going to be Clay picking up the kill. Most probably as Baloyski tries his best to run away, finally gets the kill, and RRQ gets the 1-for-0 once more in the 19th minute of the game. About to be the 20th. Albert starts this Lord, and RRQ will have full pressure. Maybe not even a contest from the side of Onic.
So far, still 2 Lords on the side of RRQ Hoshi, and the gold is shrank at 6K.
The point I was trying to make was, I don't know why Baloyski tried to go on Zin. I don't know why he tried to cut the wave. Right now, looking at the engagement coming in from the side of RRQ Hoshi.
Yeah, look at that. The diversion is able to bring them all the way to the backside. Marky's going to be able to go there, but Clay is going to be able to use the winner's truncheon. Well timed by Marky to be able to get the kill, but it is going to be RRQ on the all-out back away. An Onic fight, It happens again, and that is RRQ unable to use that enhanced Lord to get more on the board. Too greedy.
Again, another case of good news, bad news. Good news, it's the perfect diversion. We caught him. They're in this bush. The bad news is, yeah, Kyrie's right outside and he's just blasting us.
This is a situation where you look like you're going to win, but you have to remember, for the side of Onic, they have a lot of damage, even though, again, they don't have a lot of winning crowd controls. But if you don't catch them, then that's going to be a problem. And again, I have to emphasize, RRQ Hoshi, they're using their own body. But right now, let's look at the views. We hit 3 million big viewers. Let's go. So close to beating the M2 record.
Tell 79,000 of your friends. Just do it.
No, the thing is, guys, it's PH Pride, it's Indo Pride, but in the end, it's Mobile Legends Pride. Everyone work together right now. It's time to tell everyone you know to watch this match because this is peak Mobile Legends from Onic Philippines and RRQ Hoshi. Let's break that record because guess what? We have some prizes waiting for all of you.
Yeah, and this is not even the grand finals. Every single time RRQ Hoshi's on, the crowd jumps in. The crowd wants to see them play. And I'm glad that right now, RRQ Hoshi, they are coming in and they're looking strong again. And nothing's gonna happen because, again, on the side of Onic Philippines, they're waiting on RRQ Hoshi to jump the gun and for them to actually catch the bullet and then fire back.
At this point, the gold lead doesn't even matter anymore. Everyone is at full items, right? So it is all going to be coming down to these catches. And Vin has been on point with the Tyrant's Rage, hasn't been on point with the Tyrant's Revenge.
We're approaching the point where even the roamers have full items.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, the mechanical skill cap is what's gonna matter. And Vin jumping right on Delarski here, not gonna mean much because there is a counter engage just waiting to happen.
Beautiful Purify by Delarski to get out of that one.
Yeah, right now, again, this is a game where it's a test of nerves. It's a test of patience. Who loses their patience, they're going to show signs of weakness because we are at the 22-minute mark. And again, TikTok timers, they're going to come soon. So none of these players should die right now. Even the roamers, whenever someone dies, it's going to be a four-man for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I think it's at the point where TikTok timers are in full swing. As soon as we hit the 25-minute mark is when it starts to go down again and even out. So I think that's what these two teams understand. They're less gung-ho and less just eager to find these engages because they know that even a single death on Vin means that they don't have the peeler, means they don't have the jump, the CC to cancel Hatred's Feathered Airstrike. Same with Onic PH. They know that Delarski has to have the Purify to have a free go. So that's what this hesitation is all about. That's what this apprehension is dictating.
You know, there's a good and bad in the inhibitor turrets being taken down. The good thing is that you're always going to have those lanes pushed in, right? So Onic Philippines, basically, they're getting free farm every single time. But the bad thing is RRQ can keep on building these slow pushes very, very easily. Look, it's going to be a 2.5 wave in that bottom side. Look at how it's going. 2 cannons and even 1 more coming down. So it's going to be really hard for Onic to keep on micromanaging these waves. It's almost impossible to do that, especially considering that they have very strong side laners in the late game. Uranus and the Aldous who can basically not be killed at this point. It's going to be so hard, especially, again, that damage building again and again for Xin.
Yeah, but from inside of RRQ Hoshi, the lack of marksman, the lack of long-range physical damage does make it difficult for them to actually go and end the game. So they do need this Lord. So from the side of Onic as well as RRQ, this Lord is important. Onic should not try to contest, but if they somehow make a miracle play, then this is their game to win.
Oh, RRQ, they can't take this. They need to go for the setup once again. They can't just go for crazy fights all across the board. Delarski has the Purify. They do not want to re-engage all the way onto Delar, and that's good. They don't use the Tyrant's Revenge. They only use it to zone him away, and the Enhanced Lord once more will be taken by RRQ. Diversion as well on to that top side. They might be looking for Beloyski. Xin! Oh my god! The confidence, the killer instinct coming in when it matters. As Beloyski! Oh my god! He jukes RRQ! What was that? But maybe...
What? He's gonna get away with it!
Beloyski, baby!
Oh my god! The green ghost step. He literally just went through his smoke and deceived 2 members of RRQ Hoshi, 2 of the greatest players who have ever touched this beloved esport. Outplayed by a single man. Genius play by Beloyski.
But we're gonna have to see how it happens now. Xin diving to the backside. It's gonna be Delarski picked up instantly off the board right now. Still able to pick up the game, but it's gonna be the side of Beloyski. Even though he's surviving the top side, he is gonna be taken down. And this is not a fight. Marky! They go through the Savant Force all the way to the backside. Still able to do some damage with Xin. It's wreaking havoc. Immortality hasn't popped, and this is time for Onic to look for something. Winter Truncheon has been used by Xin. Is able to come away for now, but it's gonna be Vin looking for the to engage. 72 seconds on the death timers. 25 minutes in, and Onic PH, they defend the base one more time.
Xin for Beloyski, yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, but right now, look at the timers. Beloyski, 37 seconds. Xin, 55. It's a good thing for the side of RRQ Hoshi that not a lot of members died. Xin died, that's unfortunate. But if 3 of them is a way that Onic could end this game. And right now, big viewers again.
We did it! We broke the M2 record in day 5 of the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, 3,107,000 is our peak viewers at this moment. 3,700 as well. Gold lead for RRQ as the game continues.
I'm speechless, but let's go. Right now, this game is hot. Again, this is not even the finals, but the fans have spoken. They like what they see, and we want to see more. But in order for that to happen, RRQ Hoshi, they need to find cracks in the side of Onic Philippines. They have to find ways to actually end the game. But right now, 26 minutes in, it's looking very difficult. They need the Lord, but what else do they need?
They need to make sure that the vision play from RRQ Hoshi is somehow sidestepped. Again, just how Baloyski did about 2 or 3 minutes ago, they need to find a way to deceive RRQ Hoshi because RRQ Hoshi has complete information.
He goes over to Tyson Bench, able to connect onto that, but it's going to be Clay picks off on the board. Zin now dealing some damage on the backside. It's going to be Hatred popping the winner's run, but it's going to be Zin picking up the kill. Immortality once more. The peel is perfect. What was that? Hatred, are you kidding me? RRQ, they're on the back foot. They've lost the 2 core members that make this team, and Onic PH slowly but surely climbing back into the game.
I get it though. The 3.1 million people and counting are experiencing now. They are witness to a brand new level and kind of MLBB because just exactly what happened there, there's not enough time to understand and to comprehend because Onic PH are making their way through the map.
This is insane. Onic Philippines, they might be looking for the end right now. 30 seconds on the death timers. Marky going in. So much damage output for this man. But Vin goes back in with the Tyrant's Rage, able to deal some damage, but it's going to be the bouncing ball right now to get him out. Tyrant's Revenge to get these time minutes, these seconds on to the board. But Onic Philippines, they keep on marching in. And this might be Albert picks off. He's trying to go away, but he's take him down. Onic Philippines! What time is it? It's Onic time! And Vin trying to defend, but will they be able to? R7 comes in. The base is going to be targeted right now as Marky keeps on going in, but it's going to be R7 trying to deal. The minions clear. The minions, will he be able to do it? He has done it! What is this? Clay comes back to save the game, but it's not going to be enough. Onic goes to the semifinals of the upper brackets.
Upset after upset after upset, and days into the playoffs, we still have another one. An unexpected sweep from the runner-up from the Philippines. Check your clocks, because it's Onic time.
Holy moly, it is Onic time, baby.
Philippines today have showed up. They're like, hey, remember what happened in M2? Yeah, right now in M3, both Filipino teams won 3-0. I did not look at today's schedule and expect that we're gonna have a clean sweep. But I guess this is M3. Maybe anything can happen. Everyone watching, prepare to be wrong, because you cannot predict anything that's gonna happen. And right now, 3-0, RRQ, the Kings, have fallen to the low bracket.
6-0. Imagine being a Filipino right now. 6-0, you guys.
I don't have to imagine.
You don't have to imagine. You are a Filipino, Leo.
But I have to hold my tongue here. Honestly, that last game was the most difficult I've seen Onic come from. The face of these players right now, Kyrie embracing Coach Yeb. Baloyski, he has a promise. He came out here, flew out with his brothers, telling him we're gonna get the next big one. We missed out on MPL Philippines Season 8. They're one step closer. One step closer.
Oh my God, the last Indonesian hope brought down to the lower brackets.
What's going on?
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. In fact, looking at the players, they're speechless. But I feel like from the side of the analysts, they have a lot to say. They have a lot to say, Mirko.
What is a king to a god? Let's pace it back to the analysts. Leo, let's go on to Wolf and Gideon.
Let us